Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Triplex from Natalia Orlova. This is a cute tangle, and I like it for a number of reasons. Well, first off, it's easy, and we will get started. 3 orbs wherever you want them, and this tangle is one that you would do one, and then you could place them in different areas. You could have them kind of going under each other, using the hollow bow concept. It's a neat tangle. You could also have them be large, small, etc. All right, so once you have your 3 orbs wherever you want them, then we're gonna kind of connect them. And it seemed like in Natalia's, she kind of made somewhat of a triangle shape. And she says, wait, let me find this. Let's see. There was she says, you cannot even try to draw a straight line. The more crooked it is, the more lively the drawing looks. So for those that have that concern, which I know a number of people do, this is your tangle or our tangle. So and if you if you worry about having not crooked enough lines, go have a bunch of caffeine and then come back and then try it. But it's just nice because I love the ones where the more imperfect, the more perfect. And I just think that's cool. All right, I'm going to do this one as the first step out shows, but I have a second one because she did have another option. And if you look in the description section of this video, and on YouTube, sometimes you have to click underneath the name. Sometimes it's kind of hidden. You have to click an arrow. It depends on how you're viewing this, on a phone, but it's usually under, where the title is. And like I said, sometimes it seems like a lot of times I have to click, something to find where the description is. But there's links to my step out as well as where this is listed on tanglepatterns.com. So I just want to make sure that you see that because she has also some lovely samples on there that you want to see. All right, next, we're just going to, it's kind of like a kind of aura. And so coming from that middle section, and I have been working to where this point is, to take it, and then do and this is, I said a kind of aura because the first one, like I said, she seemed to make it more triangular, and then the other ones are we're auraing out. And so I was just modeling what Natalia had done in her step out there. All right, so then, and I'm just going to keep going around. And however your spacing you want it. And I'm coming out from that same point. But then as I'm getting past these orbs, I'm kind of expanding it into the space outside of the orb. I'm also really, for me, sometimes it's like, oh, well, when it says to do it, have not so straight lines, then all of a sudden my lines become gorgeous. And I'm like, oh, stop it. So funny. So it also just, it's a great exercise and just not even thinking about it. I'm just, coming, like I said, from that same place. And actually after you've gone a couple rounds, you could probably just come out from wherever and where they meet up. So you don't have to always go all the way back in. That makes for it to be kind of extra dark in there. And you don't have to do that. Like I said, as you can see, I'm kind of coming out a little bit into that space, like here. It's kind of like you could just, do it however the spirit moves you at the moment. I'm working. There it went all straight. Gosh darn it. And smooth. But this is also, it's a nice exercise in not thinking. That's where I was I was going to just say it a different way, but that's just, it's nice to just shut off the brain and just keep going around and around. However big you want this to be, it can be. You know, and then too, whenever you want to stop, then you can stop. Now, after, you know, whatever size you want this to be, after it's done, then there's, well, some of them not so much, but there's some little fill-in that you could do. We create a little bit of a gap right here on the top side of that orb. And what I have done on some of these is just kind of go around again. Might also pay to do the orbs a little bit bigger than what I have done here. Oh, but you know what? Here, let me just do this. If they get too messy, because at this point, you know, this is it, and then it's just up to however you might want to decorate it. But here's what I'm gonna just fill those in. I'll leave a little shine there, little space. It'll all blend in because, you know, when we're doing the decorating, it doesn't, however you want it to look, is however you want it to look, and it's all good. And then I was going to fill in the middle because that's something you can do. And since I used the black for filling in those, I'm just going to, we'll do a little bit of gray. I was just using the tortillon quite heavily, so there's a lot of graphite left on there. And, yeah, and then for shading, you know, it can just be right along these sides. You know, a lot of times I've had people ask, you know, it's like, you know, or express, you know, I get frustrated with the shading. I don't know what to do. This is a good place to start. You know, whenever you have, you know, something round, go to either side, add some graphite. You can even, you know, kind of take it up a little bit if you wish. But you just start there. You know, smudge it out with the tortillon. Play with how far you smudge it out. Like I said, you know, you could, I'm going to just add a little bit at the top if you want. This is one of those, it's all up to you and how you see it. You know, how the Tangle speaks to you, if you will. I'm going to go a little bit darker on these sides. Because I have this has a lot of space. Oops. I started off just putting it in that crevice and then was spreading it out to both sides, but sometimes it's nice to just have a little bit more on each side so that way we can have, you know, more depth. And if you're new to Zentangle, you know, this is something that you know, play with it. It depends, you know, everything depends on, you know, if you're a non-artist like me, and if a lot of this is just all new. But granted, I've been doing Zentangle for 9 years. And, you know, you learn some things, and then you just keep adding to it, and it's really fun. All right, let's see here. And so, see, that's kind of neat. And like I said, you can, you know, add, and just, you know, like I said, it's, however it is calling to you. I'm going to spread this out just a little bit more, because I was feeling like I have a little bit of a line instead of some gradient. Oh, yeah, that's looking better. Like I said, just fun to play. Just fun to play. All right, so there is another option you can do with this. So this, we just did like auras. I mean, I was going to say straight auras, because, well, they're not straight. But we just did, you know, auras at whatever spacing, but pretty much one line. Another way you can do this, and in this one you have to scroll down. I almost missed it because I kind of went to, oh, here's the Tangle, the step out, and I stopped and like looked, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's neat. And then it's like, oh, but wait, there's more. So scroll down a little bit further, and then there's a second step out. And on the second step out, she shares how you could do this, where you would, you know, put a line in, and then aura that line kind of closely, then have a big separated line. So you're alternating the width. So that way you have pairs, I should say. And so I did one up already. And so let me point out. So yeah, so I basically started the same, but so, here's that, well, that's the first one. That's the second. So I have 2 close and then a bigger separator, and then 2 close and then wide. So close, wide, like that. And then, I mean, even in this one, you could still decorate it. This gives some, extra structure for decoration. So you can, either do in the wide sections or, any combination, however it moves you. So anyway, just a really neat tangle for the fact that 2 things. One, the more non-perfect your lines are, the more perfect the overall look is. And then 2, like I said, it's really easy and has a lot of decorating options. So do take a look, and I hope you enjoy having fun with this one. If you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up. Also, if you are interested, if you've never taken a class, or if you'd like to kind of participate in a community of tanglers and you like my style, would love to have you join me for our online Tangle Times. I do them on Thursdays. I'm in Michigan. We have people from all over joining us on these calls. I do 2 sessions on Thursdays, my time. Information is on my website. That information is also in the description section. So ways to connect with me like that. I do a combination. I do both paid and free classes, mostly free, but through support of members of the Tangle Addicts Club. That's a membership, and subscribers to this channel. That helps out. Well, it's going to start helping out, and as I've gotten a lot more subscribers, and we'll see how that goes with the YouTube. But anyway, so that helps. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Subscribing to the channel is free, and with that, I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and if you listen to the end and to hear me blather on about stuff, thank you. I appreciate it. Because without your support, well, no, I'd still tangle. It's just extra fun knowing that there's all your watching and having fun along with me. So, with that, thanks so much again. Happy tangling.